The newly formed Canadian Printable Electronics Industry Association hosted its first ever symposium in Montreal recently, bringing together some of the top minds in the emerging design sector. Showcasing the convergence of R&D, industry expertise, commercial effort, and government support, the symposium underscores Canada's opportunity in the explosive global market for printable and organic electronics. As one of the media sponsors for the inaugural event, EP&T spoke with some of the international keynote speakers on the importance of such networking activities.
Canada and Canadian organizations have been involved in the global printed electronics community. There are people here at this meeting that I see at conferences in Europe, at conferences in Asia, throughout the US. So these organizations being involved in print electronics is not necessarily new. What is new is the collective effort combining the Canadian print electronics community organizationally to provide a little bit of a stronger voice to the regional efforts here, and what I really am excited about is the opportunity and the momentum and the weight that that's providing to give new organizations in Canada an opportunity to come to one place here now and understand that there really is a thing, there is momentum, there's enough international participation here, I think, to put some perspective and to let these new participants know this is a thing, right? But that it is still very much a Canadian association.
One of the things that's very important in printed electronics as an emergent field is building ecosystems. So that's where things like industry symposiums, the type of coalitions and consortiums that have been built and bring companies together play a particularly important role. Internationally, we've seen initiatives in Canada, we've seen them in the UK, the US, across the globe we've seen Japan, Korea, significant investments in building this new platform for electronics. And when I look at what can be deployed in a printed process and in a roll-to-roll process in terms of volume manufacturing, the ability to create unit volumes that match perhaps the entire semiconductor industry today on a matter of hundreds of millions of investment, a fraction of the cost of a single semiconductor fab. It's a very exciting time in printed electronics with a lot of momentum growing internationally and domestically around the world.
It's been a very valuable symposium, and I think it's important, particularly in new industries as they're being developed, to bring players together. Because it's often true when new technologies are coming to bear to the market that no one player has all of the capabilities. And you find it because you have different technologies at different layers of the stack, if you will. Back to kind of the analogy with computing. You needed Intel and microprocessors and memory, and you needed Seagate and disk drives, and you needed Apple and IBM to put those together in a computer. Similarly in print electronics, and then you needed a software layer, an application layer. Similarly in print electronics, you've got the same type of thing. You have people who are highly competent in materials but aren't so good at device design. People are good at the printing technologies but aren't good at the applications layer. And so providing environments and forums where those different players can come together to interact, to learn from each other, to co-innovate and create together is really important to develop a new ecosystem that's going to drive an industry.
So we also have members in Canada, of course. These are a very valued part of North America. They're active members, and that provides the opportunity for Canadian members to really become global in their activities in printed electronics with the OEA. There's always room for growth, there's always room for more, but that is our way of getting the Canadian industry or the printed electronics industry connected to the world and get that growing as well. And that brings investment and interest in printed electronics back to Canada.